Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a talk through tutorial for this look right here. Now this is my go-to smoky eye. This is what I go for when I just want my eyeshadow to just stand out and be smoky and emphasize my eye shape. My eyes look a little bit bigger but still smoky, and I do this all the time. You guys have probably seen this look. This is actually the exact same look. I've gotten better at it, but that I did when I did the Kat Von D Shade and Light eyeshadow palette review like 2 years ago on my channel, 3 years ago. That was back in my original setup, like my very first setup. So this may be 4 years ago now. Ooh, if you remember that video, it's basically the same thing. I just do kind of a cat eye, smoky eye, and I do this whether I'm using cool tone neutrals or warm tone neutrals. This is just my favorite eyeshadow look ever, and it's my go-to eyeshadow look. And today I used all affordable products to create this look. So if you guys want to see my go-to, and I added a glittery lip because why not? So if you guys want to see my go-to eyeshadow look using all affordable and of course always cruelty-free products, then just keep watching. Alright everybody, let's get going. The first thing I'm going to do is prime me eyelids. So I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics Studio Longwear Smooth Canvas Primer stuff. I'm just going to take that on a brush and just pop that on my lids. I'm going to do my eyes first, just because we are going to be packing black eyeshadow. And just in case there's any fallout, we just want to, you know, catch it before it's too late. Then I like to apply it loosely with a brush and then warm it up and kind of blend it in with my finger, because this is a little bit stiff. It's not as creamy as like a MAC paint pot, but it works just as well, and it's cruelty free and cheaper, so hey. Okay, then so we're gonna work from the darkest colors up to the lightest colors. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like the trends in how makeup is like being applied are like changing, and like that's what people are doing now. Instead of, you know, you work from your lightest color down to your darkest, start with your darkest and then you blend each individual shade out, which is super interesting, and I tried it once before and I found it works amazingly. So I'm not going to set my primer. I'm just gonna leave it, and I just need to find the right brush to do this. This guy. This is the Sigma Small Tapered Blending. It's one of my favorite eyeshadow brushes. And we're going to dip into the Wet n Wild Nude Awakening palette. Any black that you have in your collection that you like works perfectly fine. This is my favorite affordable one right now. The black from Wet n Wild is really nice. So what we're going to do, when I do this look, I always do kind of a cat eye. So what we're first going to do is just pack the black right in the outer corner in kind of a wing type of shape. And then slowly start kind of blending it into the crease. We're really just going to get that black down. Why do I feel like if this was like cleaned up, this would be like a really cool like editorial look, like just I don't know, I think that's cool. So I'm just going to lightly blend that. Now I've done like this, I'm recreating the same look just with a different technique, because this is the look that I go for anytime I just want a look that I know will not disappoint me. You know what I mean? If I just want to look effortlessly cute, this is the look that I go for. But I've never done it using this technique, starting with darkest and working up to the lightest, but I mean, it's all the same principles. Anyways, next we're going to dip into the Milani Must Have Mattes palette. I got this palette like last week and I really love it. This is what it looks like. It reminds me of those like Styli eyeshadow palettes that were like all the rage for a minute. Look how beautiful this like warm rosy shade is. Oh, it's so stunning. So, you know, we're actually going to dip into that rosy shade. For the look that I posted on Instagram, I was using these two, but I kind of, I can't decide. We're going to take this shade. We're going to make it a little bit more cool toned, because this shade is just like calling my name. So what we're going to do is we're going to pack that right along the perimeter of the black. So we're going to pack it on the lid where the black ends. And then start blending those edges. That's what I'll start to take this one a little bit in. Oh, this is such a pretty color. It's a lot more brown on the skin. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty though. I was really nervous. I'm always so nervous about blending on top of this eyeshadow primer when it's not set, but it's working just fine. Actually, this looks really nicely blended in my opinion right up here. Right there could use some work, but that's okay. Perfect. I gotta work it again till I get it right. Hannah Montana, anybody? That's Hannah Montana, right? Were you a Hannah Montana child or were you a Lizzie McGuire child? Or before that? I was definitely Lizzie McGuire. Lizzie McGuire was my favorite show growing up. Like absolute favorite. I wanted everything she wore. I always wanted my hair to look like Lizzie McGuire. Honestly, she's like my style inspiration right now. This is just gonna be slightly more cool toned than the look that I posted on my Instagram. But again, I do this exact same look no matter what shades I want to use. So if I want to use cool tones, if I want to use warm tones, this is the shape, this is the like, this is what I do. This is just what I do. Okay, then we're going to take a fat blending brush. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I'm going to mix it a little bit because I don't want it to be too dark. And then we're just going to blend out the top up here. And just make sure it's all blended together. Just take a little bit on the lid right here. Make sure that's all blended. I'm just gonna kind of go in like kind of circular motions on the lid. Okay, then we're just gonna take a creamy matte shade. I'm gonna take this shade from the Must Love Mattes palette, and we're just gonna pop that right on the like inner third of the lid. And then I'm also going to highlight my brow bone with this. I'll probably go through with the highlighter that I use on my face and highlight my brow bone as well. And then I just always like to go back with my blending brush and just go back over the edges of like the lid color now. I just love how like smoky this makes your eyes look, with like the pop of the bright on the inner corner. I think it's so nice. Okay, then I'm just gonna go back and blend the black. Make sure to re-deepen it up since we've blended on top of it the entire time since we've put it down. So now we're just going to re-intensify it a little bit. Make sure it's right where we want it. And there's like a tiny amount of fallout, but like hardly any at all. So I'm just going to clean up just a little bit, just in case. Then we'll move on to face. Okay, I'm gonna try a primer because why not? This is the e.l.f. like Beautifully Bare Luminous Matte Primer. I have no idea what this is necessarily supposed to be, but I figured I would give it the old college try. So this says it's supposed to be like keep you matte, but also give you like a lit from within glow. I've been using the e.l.f. like glow lotion on no makeup days, which I've been having a lot more recently. If you saw my post on my Instagram, I've been trying to go like totally without makeup more often just to like, you know, love my naked face a little bit more. So I'll just use that glow lotion and I've been really liking it. So I just decided to pick up this and see how I like it. So far it feels nice. It feels nice and smooth. It feels more like a moisturizer, but it honestly feels a little oily. No, yeah, it feels a little greasy. Just like the tiniest amount of greasy. So we'll see about that, but we'll see if it makes my foundation look any nicer. So for foundation today, I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro Coverage in Fair. I have like a little bit of fake tan left, so I'm going to mix just a couple drops of the NYX Total Control foundation as well. Okay, So I'm just going to, I love this foundation with a foundation brush. I think it spreads so nicely. And this foundation is so pretty. I love it so much. You know what Instagram trend I can't stand right now? Those videos of people applying like way too much foundation. You know, I'm sure you all have seen them on your Explore page. If not, then maybe my Explore page is just really, really weird. But it's like the people using like paddle foundation brushes and just like literally like painting their face in foundation just for the sake of, I don't know, clickbait? I don't know. Those videos drive me crazy. Sometimes Instagram just drives me crazy. Clickbait makeup tutorials where they're like, I've talked about this in my Q&A, where they're like painting crazy stuff on their face and then you click on it and it's just like a basic like makeup tutorial and I'm like, don't, it's false advertising. Come on, like why do you gotta do that? Why? Okay, then I'm gonna take my LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer. This actually, my foundation almost matches me like perfectly. I'm very impressed. And I'm just going to plop that on. Remember when I didn't like this concealer like years ago? Turns out I actually do really like this concealer. I hate the applicator. Hate the applicator. Then I'm going to set my under eyes with the LA Girl Pro Powder in Banana. I have been absolutely loving this stuff. It's probably my new favorite under eye powder. It's actually really funny. I was at Ulta picking up, what was I picking up? Oh, I needed some face wash. So I was at Ulta picking up face wash and this random girl comes up to me and she's just like, excuse me, what do you use to set your under eyes? And so I like showed her this LA Girl Pro powder and I was like, I have some IT Cosmetics stuff too, but this stuff is cheaper and it works really, really, really well. It was just really funny. I'm totally that person though. I will totally like answer random questions and I will ask random people. Just be like, hey, you want to help a girl out? It was really funny. She was really, really sweet. I don't have a affordable setting powder right now, so I'm just going to use my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. Normally, for a affordable setting powder, I'm probably going to try the LA Girl, like, translucent powder. I think they have one. But I haven't really tried a ton of LA Girl's complexion products up until recently. If you have a favorite LA Girl product, let me know. But normally, you all know I love my NYX Set It and Don't Fret It. So if you're watching this and you're like, wait, Katie, I really needed a recommendation for an affordable setting powder. NYX Set It and Don't Fret It. Let's just finish up the lower lash line real quick. I'm just going to take this same like rosy brown and just run it. Let me see if you can run it, run it. It's a man on the floor. If he ain't, let me know. Let me see if you can run it, run it. Okay, I'm gonna run it on my lower lash line and also run it underneath that black so that everything wraps together. With these looks, I don't like to put black. As much as I love, you know, smoking out my lower lash line, I don't like putting black on my lower lash line because I think it takes away from the cat eye shapes. So I want the darkest to be right here so that it keeps a cat eye shape because it makes my eyes look a lot bigger than they actually are. I'm going to take that same blending brush and this like light medium brown shade and blend that down. True Dead Girl Glam fashion. And I feel like being a little extra, so I'm taking it down probably lower than I normally would, but I know y'all don't mind. Excuse me, oh my lord. Okay, let's do face. For bronzer, I'm going to take the Colourpop Pressed bronzer in Private Party. I haven't used this in a hot minute. Oh, also, I ordered the new Colourpop foundation and the pressed powder and the loose powders. Okay, for blush, I'm going to take the e.l.f. Studio blush in Blushing Rose. This is one of my favorite blushes. I'm just going to tuck it back by my cheeks. I like to on the sides of my cheeks up here. And for highlight, I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics highlighting palette. I'm going to take the shade Glow. This is literally my favorite highlight of all time. Like, of all time. It's so good. Okay, then I'm going to use my Styli-style stylus liner, and I'm just going to do a thin line of liner. Normally with this look I would do winged liner, but I want to keep it a little bit more 90s, so I'm not going to do a wing of liner. I just want to just line my eyes so that it makes my life easier when I put on fake lashes. Oh, and then I'm going to highlight my... I'm going to highlight my... What's it called? Who's it? My brow bone with the same shade from the Colourpop palette, or not the Colourpop, the BH Cosmetics palette as well. The same shade that I used to highlight my face. Okay, I'm gonna go fill in my eyebrows and do something with my hair, and then we will be back to, I'm also gonna put on lashes. I think I'm gonna use these. These are the Kiss Faux Mink and Boudoir, but I haven't decided. I will let you know when I get back with my lashes and my brows on. Alright, let's make it happen. Alright everybody, hair is somewhat done. It's just kind of a mess of whatever it wants to be right now. So anyways, the lashes are on. These are the Kiss Faux Mink in the style Boudoir. I really like them. And then my brows are the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Brow Pomade in Ebony. I have not used Dip Brow since discovering this. This is what I use every single day. I love it. Anyways, we're gonna move on to lips, and for lips I want to do something kind of fun and out there, and something I recently discovered and am in love with, and it is the NYX Metallic Liquid Suede in the shade Exposed. This is so like, it's like a glittery nude, and it reminds me of like the 90s, that like glittery lip, like early 2000s, 90s. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this. I don't apply it really like a liquid lipstick. I just kind of like, I don't know, like I would kind of apply it like how I would apply a gloss, you know? Nothing super like specific, or like I'm not being super meticulous. In fact, I like it better when it's just kind of like a wash. Okay guys, and this is a completed look. I love this eyeshadow. Like I said, this is my go-to eyeshadow when I just want something that will look good, that will go with my outfit, that will make me feel pretty, and will just like, just good. It's just a solid go-to smoky eye. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will get back into color very soon. Don't worry, you guys know I can't stay away from it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye!